Hi ladies, I'm going to show you how to get ready today using a basic hack, and I'm going to do that with my two favorite brushes. First is the detail brush, and it has a flat end on this side and a little pointy end on this side, and it is for contouring. And the other brush I like to use is the blush and bronzer brush. It has a real fluffy end on this side, and it has a little shorter and more dense end on this side. And I'll show you how I use that getting ready in just a minute. Here's the compact I'm going to use today, and it has my contour, my main highlight, my brightener, and my lip and cheek color, which today is going to be Royal. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. I've already moisturized and primed my face today. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my contour color. And the way I use that, what I like to do is I just take the edge of my detail brush and I tap it. We're not swiping or anything in these creams. We're just tapping. And I like to do that with the edge of this detail brush. And what I do is I come along right underneath my cheekbone. And again, I'm tapping with that. We're not swiping or doing anything. I'm tapping right underneath the edge of my cheekbone. All right? I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna tap right along the edge of my cheekbone. I don't like to get this all over underneath. I like to get it just along underneath the edge. Go back over here, get just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna push up into the edge of my cheekbone. We wanna go up, we don't wanna go down. Gravity is already gonna pull everything down for us. We wanna go ahead and take our contour up. And I'll post more information about contouring, and I do a lot about this on my VIP beauty page as well. And I talk about how to contour for all different kinds of nose shapes, how to contour for different face shapes. So I'm taking the flat end now, and I'm tapping still in my contour, and now I'm going along the top of my forehead, and this is going to create some shadowing along my forehead. Now I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, and again I'm pushing. I'm not really swiping or anything. I'm more just kind of pushing it and pulling it where I want it to go. All right, so now I've created some shadowing from edge to edge on my forehead. Now I'm going to go underneath my jawline. I'm going to tap it where I want it down here and create some shadowing along the edge of my jawline. Now I'm going to pull it down a little bit where I want it to go. All right, I'm going to come back to that at the very end, and I'm going to put a little bit along my nose, but I like to do that last. So now I'm going to take my blush bronzer brush. I'm going to take the short dense end, and I'm going to put it in my main highlight, which is the darker one. And that's going to go anywhere a man's beard would grow. Easiest way to remember that. And again, I'm dabbing, okay? A stippling motion all around where I want that to go. Tap it in the main highlight, and again, dab it. It really doesn't take very much. I go with the less is more philosophy. You can add, it's harder to take away. You don't want to put too much, especially where you have any lines or anything like that. It will, if you have too much and you notice it settling, you can take a little bit away with the perfector sponge later. And I usually go over that area with the perfector sponge, and I'll show you that right before I set it with my powder. And I take a tiny bit right under here. You don't get any sun there, and that area is always real white on me. So I like to put just a tiny bit of my main highlight there. All right, now I'm going with my brightener highlight, same part of my sponge. It's not gonna carry over. I've distributed it all on my face. So that color is not carrying over, okay? Now see that brighter look? That's what I want. This is what's gonna create that 3D effect on my face, okay? That's why we put different parts of this in different areas. Now I'm getting that 3D effect on my face, and it's not all gonna look the same color. So I'm putting a little bit of this on my eyes. Now I'm doing a triangular pie shape under my eye, okay? So I'm going from the corner of my nose kind of up to the corner of my eye. And this is that brightener color under my eyes, and it's gonna create a brighter look in the center of my face and underneath my eyes. And just in that whole middle of my face, it's gonna give it a little bit of a brighter look. Now it's looking a little funny right now because I haven't blended anything. Middle of my nose. I'll make sure I've got it covered good. Okay, now remember I said I was gonna go back with a little bit of the contour. I'm gonna use my finger, dab it right here, and I'm gonna go up the edge of my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go back down here. And I do this last because otherwise I feel like I end up getting the brightener highlight over it, and I want this to go over the brightener. Stand out just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna go, again, with that dense end of the brush, I'm gonna go into my blush color, which is Royal. Smile, and I wanna get this on the apples of my cheeks. I don't wanna let it get too low. I wanna keep it up and then go up my cheekbone. And I'm still dabbing, okay? Dab in the blush, smile, and dab up. And I'm still smiling. Right now, it looks like it's harsh lines and kind of funky looking, but we're gonna come back. Remember I said there's that fluffy end of this brush, which is fantastic for blending, and that's what I'm gonna use to blend all of this together. Okay, so it's all just gonna look soft and pretty and blended. All right. So we're gonna come back and put that on his lip color in just a minute, but first, now we're gonna swirl and blend. You don't wanna overblend because you wanna keep colors, some dimension, but see, everything's kind of staying where I put it, but edges are all blending together, and that's exactly what you want. Smile a little bit, make sure that's doing what I want it to do there. My nose, got a little bit of color dimension there. Underneath here. All right. Now see, everything's blended together real nicely. And then what I like to do is I like to take the Perfector sponge and just go over this area right here. This is great for a little bit of blending. I go up the edge right here. Just make sure everything blended well. Get any excess off of here, where I tend to have, where it could settle in wrinkles if I get a little bit too much. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my ring finger. I'm gonna go in that Royal. I'm gonna go on my lips. All right, ladies, and it's just that simple. So there is your basic hack. I've got my face done. I can go add some setting powder. I can go do some mascara, do my eyes, whatever else I want to do from here, or I can just be done. Put mascara on and be done. I can do my eyes, I can go glam, whatever I want to do from here. But that is how you do your basic 5-minute face, highlight and contour. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.